1939 was when, was the, everyone calls this, who are scholars of Marian Anderson, said that this was the catalyst for her career.
Yeah.
She had just made her success in Europe in 1935, where she had sang for, it's so funny because while Marian Anderson was singing for the, Salzburg Festival, singing in Europe at the time, Jesse Owens was running in front of Hitler. So there's this parallel of kind of coincidence happening where, of breaking barriers. And one of the things that is kind of exciting about this is that she never saw herself as an act. She wasn't a Paul Robeson kind of character where she said, I just thought that I should sing because and that's what I wanted to do. So it just so happened that the way that it worked out was she was supposed to be in Constitution Hall. And at this particular point, she had won her fame so far. And the Daughters of the American Revolution said, we don't allow, artists of color to perform here at Constitution Hall. And they denied her, her request or her, her recital contract. They threw it in the trash. The word had gotten around, and, it had gotten in the papers. Eleanor Roosevelt heard about this, and as a kind of slap in the face, said, well, we'll organize, and because she started a musical committee and had her sing on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial on Easter Sunday. And that was a course that changed not only for the civil rights, because here it is that the president's wife is saying, I want to support this artist and she's of color, but it kind of send a kind of a message out. And even Martin Luther King credit Marian Anderson for being, the catalyst for the civil rights movement as we know it historically. But within that, she actively wrote in her artist writer that she only would sing for an integrated audience, that if the audience is segregated, she will not be present. And most people, because of the amount of political power that supported her, we're talking the White House, would kind of acquiesce or just would outright, say that we can't do that. Even still, she had some issues, and the way that she ended up with Miami was she was doing a tour of Florida. So she went to Sarasota, Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, and Miami. And after here, she went to the Caribbean to do her Caribbean tour, starting with Bahamas, then Cuba, Haiti, Santo Domingo, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago was her tour right after Miami. But Miami was very special, I think, because I didn't go into the narrative around the other locations, but here in Miami, it was very strategic. The same strategy that I was telling you about the civil rights was incorporated through the community, because they said, we want to see this change and we'll even pay to support this change, because they knew that the powers that be here in Miami would not be supportive of bringing her down, especially to integrated audience. And even one of the newspaper articles states that it's a colored event that white people are invited to.